Induction. Jordan obviously spoke at his memorial service last year. You just saw a clip from that. He also will introduce Baylor's women's coach, Kim Mulkey. Stephen A., your thoughts on MJ introducing Kobe?
Well, I wasn't surprised. Knowing Kobe was going to ask him to present him anyway. So it's more than apropos that with Kobe now gone, that whether it was Vanessa, and I have no doubt that it probably was her, or somebody else contributing to it, that Michael Jordan was going to be the presenter. And, you know, the interesting part about it is that Kobe wanted to emulate him, but he also wanted to succeed, you know, and eclipse whatever Michael Jordan did if he could have pulled it off. But it was out of sheer respect, reverence, admiration, and all of those other superlatives that come along with such things. He idolized this man and what he represented to the game of basketball and beyond in so many ways. Kobe's whole thing was, whoever's the best, I want them. I want to do what they do. I just want to try and do it better. I want to strive to do it better. And I remember when Kobe and I talked one time, and Kobe was like, one of the biggest regrets I have is that Michael and I didn't play. We weren't in our primes together. He said, I'd have ate him up. And I laughed. And he said, I'm not playing. I'm serious. I would have ate him up. He know. Ask him. I told him that. And then I spoke to Michael Jordan shortly thereafter and told him what Kobe said. And Michael Jordan laughed and said, yeah, he tells me that all the time. You know, so it wasn't like Kobe was phony about it or anything like that. He just had that level of confidence that that's what he believed. But he was wise enough, smart enough, brilliant enough to notice that there was so much that he could learn from a man who had preceded him in terms of hovering over the NBA with his greatness, and that was Michael Jordan. And so, as Michael Jordan told everybody during the memorial service last year, he was like, hey, you know, Kobe would call him all hours of the night in the morning, asking him questions and stuff like that. Kobe was tireless about that. But what a lot of people, you know, who know him know very, very well, he was tireless about a lot of things, even in retirement, when, you know, about storytelling and about developing his companies and whatever. He was passionate about that. Last time I saw him alive, we were talking about what I was going to do on ESPN Plus, what he was doing on ESPN Plus, and how we had hoped to work together sometime in the future. Who knew what the possibilities were? And so you just remember those kind of things, and you see those kind of things that Michael Jordan is alluding to, and it just reminds you of the greatness of Kobe Bryant, who spoke at least 4 languages fluently. It was working on a 5th. I don't know if he had mastered Mandarin, but I know he was working on that. Was speaking German. Obviously, he spoke Italian and Spanish fluently, as well as English. He's one of the most brilliant brothers that I had ever known, I'd ever met. And, you know, it's just, again, you just see Michael Jordan there, and you know who he's talking about. And it's just incredibly, incredibly sad that we're sitting here in the year 2021 and Kobe Bryant is gone because of a helicopter accident. It's just devastating. And being out here in LA, you still feel the ripple effects of Kobe's absence. Knowing that he's gone, something just doesn't feel right. Something just doesn't seem right. Even when the sun is shining and it's beautiful out here, and you saw people going to the Staples Center yesterday for games for the first time, filled to like 10 or 15% capacity, there's just something that's missing when you go downtown, LA Live, near the Staples Center, and you know that Kobe Bryant's not coming back. It's hard to put in words.
Even when you just say that, it feels like if you could like look into the future at some bizarro universe that's never supposed to be, and hear what you just said, you say, wait, what happened? Kobe? A helicopter? It feels still surreal. In terms of Michael Jordan presenting Kobe Bryant at the Hall of Fame, that's perfect. I'm trying to think of anything that compares in American sports history. 2 superstars like Kobe. Look, Kobe's dad is Jelly Bean Bryant, right? But emotionally, psychologically, for the American sports psyche, Kobe is son of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan came first, and Kobe is almost like a clone. They are the same height, the same size. They had the same game. Kobe's game is modeled after Jordan. Even kind of mannerisms and tone of voice and I mean, everything. It's almost, even the numbers they put up, even the number of championships. Kobe, as I said, Stephen A., after the tragedy occurred, the entire world wanted to be like Mike. If I could be like Mike, that was the commercial campaign, right? Everyone, even when I was, 12 years old, my tongue's hanging out of my mouth while I'm jumping 2 inches off the ground, right? Everyone wanted to be like Mike. One man almost did it. Kobe Bryant he didn't try to zig while everyone zagged and try some asymmetrical strategy to catch Michael Jordan. No, he was like, I'm going to do Michael Jordan better than Michael Jordan. And he very nearly got there. I think about LeBron James. LeBron James, part of what makes him special is, to me, he's the first postmodern player in the sense that everyone was always trying to be Mike. And LeBron came along and, it's kind of escaped the anxiety of influence. There's a famous Shakespearean and literary critic, Harold Bloom, Stephen A., talked about the anxiety of influence. How after Shakespeare, every writer, because they're aware of what came before, is aware of Shakespeare and compares themselves to him. This is an oversimplification, but has this anxiety of influence. How can you escape and do something new? Well, LeBron kind of escaped the anxiety of the Jordan influence and as a result ushered in a new era. But Kobe was the one guy who accepted the challenge of the Michael Jordan influence head on and basically succeeded at it better than anyone else.